So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 4 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to cover today includes reveals going down next week, PlayStation 5 running a game at 111 FPS at 1440p, Silent Hill is back in the news as it could be revealed soon, and the Activision Xbox deal just got a hit. First, yes or no, do you care that Microsoft is about to acquire Activision? This has been an ongoing thing for some time now, with debates from people and updates on the investigation going on into the deal. And I'm wondering, at this point, do you guys care if Microsoft acquires Activision? Does that matter to you? So comment below, yes or no, if you care that Microsoft acquires Activision or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, reveals next week. So next week we have another big gaming event going down, with many big publishers set to attend the event, showing off some exciting content that a lot of people are looking forward to. And the event going down next week, of course, is Tokyo Game Show 2022, and I believe this is the first year since CV started where it'll be in person. I think last year they had a hybrid of online and some in-person stuff. Regardless, we have Hunter on Twitter, who lives in Japan himself, collects some of the games set to be at Tokyo Game Show. The list includes Resident Evil Village, PlayStation VR 2, as we know, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, Forspoken, Wolong Fallen Dynasty, Modern Warfare 2, Sonic Frontiers, Persona 543, Hogwarts Legacy, Gotham Knights, Star Ocean, Street Fighter 6, Exo Primal, and Mega Man Battle Network. Now, the only one on this list that stood out for me, as in, like, is this actually going to be there, was Modern Warfare 2. I don't think that's going to be there. They have their next event going live on the 15th, and the beta for Modern Warfare 2 going live on the 16th. So while it's happening around the same time as Tokyo Game Show, I don't think I've heard that it's going to be a part of Tokyo Game Show. Regardless, the list of games there without Modern Warfare 2 is an already great list, and this is another reminder for my PlayStation VR 2 fans to look forward to the Resident Evil Village PlayStation VR 2 hands-on impressions. I am going to read those so many times. I also genuinely hope that we do get long-form gameplay, with even commentary, if you want to add that, in regards to just Resident Evil Village running on PlayStation VR 2. Sony, you guys got to give us something to chew on while we wait until early next year. Overall, regardless, some good content set to be shown off next week. Now, diving into the second story of the video, Activision x Sony's future. So, as we know, Microsoft is set to acquire Activision Blizzard for nearly $70 billion. There has been an ongoing global investigation into the deal, with attempts to gain approval for it to go through. Saudi Arabia, or Saudia, is the first place to approve the deal. Fast forward to now, reading from Forbes, Microsoft's Activision Blizzard acquisition goes under more scrutiny as UK launches in-depth antitrust probe. In a press release, the Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, said it's concerned that Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard could harm rivals, including recent and future entrants into gaming, by refusing them access to the publisher's popular games or only allowing access under unfavorable terms. The CMA said it also received evidence that the integration of Activision into Microsoft's ecosystem could damage competition in the emerging cloud gaming market. The CMA statement also highlights concerns about the inclusion of Activision's popular games like Call of Duty into Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass subscription, which could potentially hurt competitors in the growing market. The CMA has ordered Microsoft and Activision to respond to its concerns within the next 5 working days. If the response from the companies does not adequately alleviate the agency's concerns, it will order a more thorough Phase 2 probe into the deal by an independent panel of experts. So Microsoft quickly responded to this with Phil Spencer saying, "As we've said before, we are committed to making the same version of Call of Duty available on PlayStation on the same day the game launches elsewhere. We will continue to enable people to play with each other across platforms and across devices. We know players benefit from this approach because we've done it with Minecraft, which continues to be available on multiple platforms and has expanded to even more since Mojang joined Microsoft in 2014. So for me, as I've said before, the Activision deal is a step too far. That's what I think. Bethesda, I understood they needed developers and IP to help their catalog, but to take the entirety of Activision and Call of Duty, that's a bit much to me personally. People acting like Call of Duty being on Game Pass will have no impact are confusing to me because a company like Microsoft doesn't pay $70 billion to have no impact. Say down the line you could sub to Game Pass or Plus, and that's all you need to do to play games. A lot of the casuals will sub to Game Pass for Call of Duty alone. Now, do I think Sony has the potential to make a rival in terms of quality? Definitely. Will it reach the same popularity as Call of Duty? Probably not, and that's the issue. Now, on the consumer side, it's a big benefit for me to be able to just use Game Pass to play Call of Duty, and all the old Call of Duty games are on there too. That's exciting for me personally, especially having friends that wouldn't go ahead and buy some of the older titles. Hopping on something like Transit on Black Ops 2 would be fun to do again. But again, going back to the competition side, people need to stop acting like Call of Duty isn't as big as it is. But as I've said before, Factions is one of my favorite multiplayers of all time, and Factions 2 has the potential to be huge for Sony in the multiplayer scene. But Call of Duty is not third person, it's first person, so Sony needs to work on that as well. But you guys let me know if you're excited for Factions 2 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the third story of the video, Silent Hill returns. So Silent Hill has been an exhausting journey covering this story, this series. It's because we've been let down multiple times. We've heard that there are multiple Silent Hill games in development, and the one we care about is the one exclusive to PlayStation, of course, which according to Video Game Chronicles could be the Silent Hill 2 remake. We also had Silent Hill images leak earlier this year as well. Now, the same leaked game could be the one referenced here too, we don't know. But Andy Robinson, who owns the site Video Game Chronicles, stated this recently: "I've heard now from several people that a Silent Hill reveal may be sooner than I suggested in my story today. As with all reporting on timings, I wouldn't take that as gospel, but fans possibly won't have to wait much longer." Now, there are multiple events happening in the near future, with the PlayStation Showcase coming to mind, obviously. Could this be there, or will it be at Tokyo Game Show, even though we've heard it probably won't? Could it be at the Game Awards later this year? Considering he says we won't have to wait much longer, I'd assume it's closer than the Game Awards. It sounds like a possible September reveal. Regardless, we'll have to see how this goes. Silent Hill, just keep your expectations low. We've been hit multiple times at this point. And now diving into the final story of the video, 111 FPS at 1440p. So this is pretty cool to see more and more PlayStation 5 titles running at a high FPS count. Like this one. Recently, YouTuber NX Gamer took a deep dive into The Last of Us Remake, dissecting the game. He was discussing the game's performance and revealed that during the unlock setup, the game can hit up to 111 FPS on performance mode. So for people who don't know, Last of Us the remake has two modes, fidelity and performance mode. Fidelity is, of course, as usual, 4K 30, while performance is a locked 60 FPS at 1440p according to Digital Foundry. Now, the trend we see more of, which I like, is native 4K 40 FPS using a screen that supports 120 Hz. Insomniac Games did this with Ratchet & Clank, Spider-Man, Guerrilla Games did this with Horizon 2, etc. It does make a difference to play these games at 40 FPS versus 30 FPS. Now, this gets more interesting since you can unlock the FPS in Last of Us using VRR, so the 4K 40 FPS mode can hit up to 50 FPS at times according to NX Gamer, and the performance mode can hit up to 111 FPS according to NX Gamer. Based off his video, the performance mode really leans more towards 80 to 90 FPS, which is still great, but I personally didn't expect it to top 100 and even go to 111 FPS. Regardless, I like this trend. More games supporting 4K 40 is my thing. I hope it becomes a standard outside of just PlayStation exclusives. But you guys let me know if you're getting The Last of Us Remake today or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. And subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun. Down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "The weekend is finally here." I'm excited for the weekend. I'm gone today, tomorrow, Sunday. I'll be back Monday. I'm going to be out of the city. So I'm excited for that, to relax, ease up, and then come back rejuvenated. So regardless, if you're playing games or going to do something this weekend, if you're excited for the weekend, destroy the comment section with "The weekend is finally here." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.